Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our daily text Devos. So, I wanted to take a minute today and talk to you guys about anxiety. And you know what? As a mom of three crazy children who are 6 and under, yes, I have anxieties. So, one of my major anxieties is, are my children going to kill themselves? So, literally, my boys the other day were attempting to lower their sister, who is 2, in a basket off of our banister. This is like a 20-foot drop from our second story banister. And you know what? That's anxiety provoking to me. And I found that as I was coming out of the restroom. But, we all face anxieties, and maybe no, you don't have wild and crazy children like my own who give you heart attacks like that. But maybe your anxiety center around, and am I going to be good enough at my job? Can I perform like I should? Am I going to be able to uphold my marriage? Are my kids going to grow up and be successful? Can I keep up with this pace? We all have different anxieties in our lives every day. And Pastor Dave shared a verse with us this past week, which I love, happens to be a verse that I go to a lot in my life. And it's from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, and it says, casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. And, as I began to kind of think about this whole concept of anxiety, you look at the word, and the word itself, the center letter of the word is I. And I've noticed that for myself, when I begin to get anxious and when I begin to get upset, it's because I'm focusing on what I feel is my own ability. And so the answer is that can Ruthie, or can I really prevent all these things from happening in my life? Am I going to be perfect? And the answer is no. I can't prevent my kids from always getting hurt and having wild and crazy, out of this world ideas. Are we always going to be good enough at things and always perform at the level that we should? And the answer is no, we can't. But the truth is that God can, and that is the part of casting. It takes action. Notice the verse doesn't say, give me your anxieties. A lot of times what I like to do, I call it a Hail Mary. I'll get upset about something. I'm like, oh God, just take it away. Take the wheel, Jesus. But the truth is that it requires action. I have to choose to give my anxieties to God. And what I also loved is I looked at the verse that came before this, and the verse that follows right before that, in verse 6, it says, humble yourself. So there it goes again. Can Ruthie do all this? Can I do all this? The answer is no. We have got to take the I out of anxiety, humble ourselves before God, and choose to make a choice to cast our anxieties onto him. It's just not just going to go away by the throw up of a prayer, asking God to go away, and all of a sudden we're going to feel better. That's not how things work. We have to humble ourselves first. Be willing to admit that we can't do this. We're not going to be perfect parents. We're not going to be perfect individuals. We're not going to be perfect in our marriages or anything in our lives, for that matter of fact. But the truth is that God can do incredible things in us, in our marriages, through our children, if we're willing to humble ourselves before him and cast those anxieties on him. So I hope you're blessed this week as we all travel through the various anxieties of our lives. And just remember that God can do incredible things in us if we're willing to humble ourselves before him and cast all of our anxieties on him. Have a blessed week.